but I did hear Todd Blanche, who is a liar. They're all liars. But he said the review was complete. They weren't released any more documents on one of the Sunday shows. So I don't know if that's just today's line. But a couple of things I wanted to point out that caught my attention. The Melania deal, the director that had been blackballed by Hollywood, he made it a point to go to Melania Trump and say, I just want you to know that this is what's said about me, and these are the accusations against me, so that you're aware, you're not blindsided by this. I mean, of course, I'm paraphrasing her. She was like, that's fine. Nope.
Well, of course it's fine to her, because her husband's the exact same thing. And I also think that this is a feature, not a bug, of this movement. The feature is the more morally depraved people we surround ourselves, and the more we act with impunity in front of other people and rub it in people's faces, and the more we show how little we regard life while lecturing to everybody how they need to live their lives. I think it is a feature and not a bug. I think they feature these types of things. I think Barry Weiss colluding with CBS, and she's hiring people that are in the Epstein files. Her wife was buddy-buddy with Jeffrey Epstein. This is a feature. This isn't an outlier. And it's interesting. Like, okay, Bill Gates, he's in there. And that's the whole thing about giving his wife antibiotics is weird as shit. And then there's Larry Summers. There are some Democrats involved in this too. And I have the same equal disdain. This was interesting though. Larry Summers, I think that's who it was, says he's emailing Jeffrey, and he was like, yeah, I'm kind of pissed at my kids because they're big Bernie supporters. So Bernie makes the Epstein files probably the most positive way imaginable, that all of these pedophiles are disgusted that their kids have now married and support. You know what I mean?
Like, you're mad because your kids are from Bernie and you're banging underage girls? Like, that's,
Yeah.
that's not the same. And I just, the Prime Minister, I just want to point this out about how worthless the United States Congress is, just if I might. Okay, so we had Prince, formerly Andrew, stripped of title. Ambassador from Britain, stripped, fired, shit can. Prime Minister of Slovenia resigns over the Epstein files. Trump is running around saying, oh, I'm completely exonerated. Mike Johnson says, nope, I don't have any, nope, it's over.
But the American public and press have told him that's okay.
Absolutely.
This behavior has been reinforced. So again, Pumps and viewer, we have to say, okay, Trump is going to continue to do this. Moses Mike Grinder is going to continue to do this. And Howard Nutlick and all of these people are going to continue to be just 5-star world-class pricks all the time. So then we have to shift to the cancer that allows this, to the hypocrites in this country that sanctimoniously lecture everybody about their religion, and they support a cabal of pedophiles. Literally. And then and on top of that, there's varying reports, but a first report I read a couple of weeks ago is that Trump had made something like $1.7 billion. Yeah. They've done more now. They think it's more like $4 billion.
And that's deals on paper
with him and his family. And so this is really something outside of all the Epstein stuff. Think about it like this. Trump has used all of our collective work, past generations, our generation, to build this country up. Our natural resources, our military, the wars we fought, the economy, highs and lows, the keeping democracy together, the pendulum swinging, trying to march towards a better country with the greats like Martin Luther King and others, to really try to atone as a country. I felt like there's been a lot of progressives that have tried to keep that conversation up. Trump is using all of that as though it's his, and he's making all of these deals for billions of dollars, and then he's pocketing the money, wrecking our alliances. And here's another story that we can't even really talk about. He's about to give himself $10 billion. And somebody asked him about his lawsuit against the IRS. And he said, well, I'm really going to be the one that decides the case. So now he has appointed himself as the judge and the decision maker, and he's going to call Demon Queen Scott Bessent at the Treasury. He said, write me a check for $10 billion. And Scott Besson will say, I'll have it right over to you right now, sir. And stealing and fleecing from the American public, and the grift and how the fix is in on all over these people that go along with this shit. I tell you, it's really tough. It's tough to think, God, we have really fucked up people in this country. It really bothers me.
No, it really bothers me too. And you think about the future generations are wrecked. You know, he's selling our resources, he's breaking alliances, he's gonna break the economy, it's gonna take decades to rebound, the dollars are an all-time low, like all the shit. Like, even after Trump's dead, we, Americans, will still be dealing with the wrecking, and nobody, other than we, the people, seem to give a shit, because CBS News isn't gonna come out and be mad about it, and, you know, Mike Johnson, he could give two flying fucks about it. It's right in his wheelhouse. I mean, like, we have got to keep the conversation loud and proud, because nobody seems to be standing up, and he just doesn't think he's ever gonna be held accountable, and neither do these other people. And what terrifies me is they might be right.
Yeah, I mean, the provocations happening in Georgia, I think the fix is in.
Yes.
When we would film during the campaign, I would say to Pumps, I think they plan on putting immigrants in concentration camps. She'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's happening. They're buying warehouses right now.
Yes.
All over the United States to put immigrants in. They want to house immigrants, and they're calling them warehouses, but we need to, in the media, call them what they are, which is concentration camps. And he sent Tulsi Gabbard to Georgia. They stole all the ballots, and this is a dry run, so that when there is the blue tsunami, and we know from the +17 race that just happened in Texas in the Trump district, we know that they're going to, oh my God, we need a warrant. We need to go get all of these ballots. And they're seeing how far they can take these ballots. And they are governing like they're never going to face accountability, in the same way that Jeffrey Epstein sexually abused girls, which all tells me 100% he was murdered, because he went to jail, and he's thinking, I have the goods on all these people, you let me out or I'm gonna sing like a bird. So they murdered him. And all of these people in the Trump regime, they are governing like they're never gonna face accountability, and they are 10 steps ahead of wherever the Democrats are or have been. And I think the fix is in on the midterms, and it's really, really terrifying. And I don't wanna suppress people from voting. Everybody has to still go out and vote hand in hand. If you have, immigrant friends, black and brown friends, especially in black and brown districts, I think those are the ones that are gonna be over policed by ICE on election day. ICE is gonna be a voter suppression, police force on election day, but we have no choice. We all have to go hand in hand and vote. It has to be too big to rick. It has to be so massive. It has to be so incredibly massive. It is our only choice, because the Democrats are not meeting this moment right now with a resistance. And the problem with where we are on the left is we have no institutional support. Right. None. There's no institutional support. Corporations have all the institutional support that the people are supposed to have right now. So all we have are each other in these independent agencies. And so we're